Hi, my name is Kelsey.
Hi, my name is Zoe. And welcome to the Flanders All-Star News.
We have a lot in store for you today.
First, we have Nadia from Miss Kinsman's class playing the piano.
Wow, she's really talented.
Did you know she's only been playing for 1 year?
What? Really? What's up next, Zoe?
Next up is Chapter 3 of Adventures of Ben and M.
Great, let's dig into it.
After leaving the terrifying toad, Ben and Em ventured into the depths of the undergrowth. They quickly became lost and hungry. They missed their lily pond. Ben looked round for some food and discovered some fruit hanging above his head. But as he reached up, there was a loud vibration, and suddenly a dragonfly flew down, giving them both a huge fright. Dragonfly apologized and asked if they needed help. And Ben and Em explained that they were looking for a new home. So the dragonfly kindly offered to give them a ride. Holding on for dear life, Ben and Em clutched the wings and soared up into the sky. Up, up, they twirled and spun, their little hands holding on tightly as the dragonfly looked for a suitable new home. Then just below, Em spotted what looked like a nice place. The dragonfly dropped them off, and Ben and Em called, "Thank you," as the dragonfly took to the sky. Was this their new home?
Did you know that the next episode is the last episode of Ben and Em?
No!
But don't worry, we're making a new series for you.
Good.
You know what's also good? Laughing!
Okay, let's listen to some jokes.
Joke break! Why was 8 afraid of 7?
Why?
Because 7, 8, 9.
What does a gingerbread man sleep with?
What?
A cookie sheet. What's a dog that goes to church?
What?
Saint Bernard.
Wow, that must have taken a long time to think of those jokes.
Now it's time to learn a little bit of our history with our town historian, Mrs. Kukta.
Ma'am, I have a question for you.
Why? I'm Annalise, and for this question time, I'll be interviewing Miss Kukta, the town historian. So, what's your favorite thing about being the town historian?
It's wonderful being the town historian because you get to share a lot of the history of the town with people who have never heard about it. And especially young people need to learn some of the exciting hidden history we have in town.
Where was the first Flanders school located?
Well, it's interesting because 200 years ago in the 1800s, there were actually 9 one-room schoolhouses in East Lyme, and 5 of these schools were located here in the Flanders area. We had Walnut Hill School, which was located way up north by Holmes Road. We had Max Mill Cemetery on Scott Road. There was, believe it or not, a school called Niantic Hill, which was on the intersection of Boston Post Road and Upper Patagoncet Road, Bride Brook Road, North Bride Brook. There was another school located at the head of the river by the bridge leading over to Waterford at the head of the Niantic River. And the last school was the Flanders School, which was located here in downtown Flanders.
What can you tell us about these schools?
The first school for Flanders was located across the street from here, across from the Flanders Fire Department at the entrance to the East Lyme Cemetery. And it was a one-room schoolhouse, and later they added on 2 more rooms to make it a 3-room schoolhouse.
Why is these schools not located anymore?
What happened was many of these schools became overcrowded because they were one-room schoolhouses which were very small. So it was decided to build a larger school and close some of these schools in the outer regions and bring the children to one building in downtown Flanders. It actually moved across the street from where it was, and it was a 4-room brick building that was built in front of your school, which you now know as the Board of Education building, and it's used for those purposes now.
So central office?
The central office, yes. It was actually built 100 years ago, and they held the first classes in there in January of 1918. But again, that school became overcrowded with bringing children from the other schools. And so around 1930, they actually added on to that school and put more classrooms and an auditorium into that school. Now, lots of times you have to understand there were no school buses at that time, no automobiles in the late 1800s. So these children being brought from the northern schools, there was a gentleman who went around with a horse and wagon, and the children would climb into the wagon to be driven to school every morning and taken home that way at night.
That's very interesting. I did not know that. Well, thank you for coming, Ms. Kushta.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It was a great pleasure to come talk to you.
It's interesting to think our school was once in front of the cemetery and then it moved across the road.
Wow, I'm energetic. Let's shake out those muscles by getting up and dancing.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine.
Woo! Alex was working it out there.
Have you ever learned a different language? Well, let's learn some Spanish.
Palabra de la semana.
Hasta luego. Hasta luego. Hasta luego.
Gracias, señorita Garcia. Don't forget to repeat the Spanish words after she says them. Gracias, All Stars.
Now it's time to see Mr. Legreet in Book Corner.
Hi, Flanders All-Star readers. Today I have Zoe Dykes with me, a 4th grader from Mr. Evans' class. Zoe and her brother Hunter took a trip to R.J. Julia bookstore to see Judd Winnick, the author of the High-Low series. Can you tell us a little bit about it, Zoe?
Well, the High-Low series is a graphic novel which talks about this robot, which is basically dressed up as a boy.
He's the main character, correct? His name is Hilo.
Yep.
Yeah. And there are two other characters, DJ and Gina?
Yep.
Excellent. And what kind of adventures do they go on in these books?
They go on adventures to like the military. They go to space, other planets we haven't even heard of.
And there's some portals in these books, correct?
Yep.
Yes, excellent. What was it like to meet the author of this book?
It was like seeing someone really fun, popular, and yeah, I just really liked
A fun experience. It's always nice to meet an author. Did Judd Winnick talk about how he got his ideas for writing the book, Zoe?
One of his ideas to put this cat in the book was his daughter. His daughter kept begging him to put a cat in the book, and he finally did.
And he did. Excellent. Would you recommend this book to our Flanders All-Star readers?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, you can check out this graphic novel and a lot of other graphic novels at the library. See you soon.
Zoe or Zoe?
Zoe.
Zoe, okay. And do you have any other questions? Anything at all?
Well,
About superhero comics or Hilo or where I got these shoes, you name it.
Can you make another girl character?
You did great.
Thank you. So did Mr. Lucre.
Did you know that the book fair is going on right now?
Be sure to be there before it goes. It really helps to raise money for Flanders School and all the fun things we do here.
Did you know we have a student who has many feathered friends?
Let's meet Paisley with her chickens.
Hi, I'm Carolyn, and today I'm going to ask Paisley about her chickens. So Paisley, what types of chickens do you have?
We have buff Orpingtons, white leghorns, and some other chickens.
How many eggs do most of your chickens lay?
They usually lay about 9 eggs altogether, but sometimes we get about 15 eggs.
Well, that's a lot of eggs. How many chickens do you have?
We have about 15 chickens and 1 duck.
Did you name your chickens?
Yeah. I have Peaches, Chop Suey, Plum Cake, and my favorite one is Biggie.
Is Biggie big?
No, she's the smallest chicken, or one of the smallest.
How long have you had chickens?
We've had them for about 3 years.
Thank you, Paisley, for telling us about your chicken.
Now I want chickens.
Me too. Thanks for watching the Flanders All-Star News.